we go, guys. First fight, Gary Thompson, Diagwon, Weatherspoon. Supposed to be fight of the night, Matt. That's what I was told in the back.
Two young, athletic-looking guys. I'm not sure headlining, starting the card out, so I imagine that they are a little greener.
Yeah, I was back there talking to them in the back. Both of them seem pretty confident. So, Gary was just stone cold back there, man. Like, ready. He was on a mission. You could tell in his eyes. You know, that's what I tell him. It's like, man, he's got that look where it's like he's probably a nice guy, but he'll kill you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. he was coming at you with that.
There's always another panel. There's always another panel.
Yeah.
Two athletic guys pummeling for underhooks here, trying to gain position.
Weatherspoon a little more the aggressor, trying to keep the distance close.
Nice feint.
I like that. I like that. Weatherspoon looks like, or Thompson looked like he weathered the storm a little bit there. Ooh, nice counter jab.
Nice sharp hands.
Yeah.
Looks real relaxed and comfortable on his feet. Big overhand right.
Oh, got a little wild. Here you go.
Head up, head up,
Thompson
head up,
keeping it.
head up.
Oh, is he gonna bite on it? Is he gonna bite on it? Is that it? Is that it? He's listening.
He's got his hands together, but I don't like where his grip is.
That's right. There you go. That was smart.
Fighter.
That was smart, not falling back on that. You see a lot of fighters that make that mistake, and they wear themselves out on that guillotine.
He's working hard for a takedown here.
I like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, no live streaming during the event tonight. No live streaming during the event. You will be escorted out. Ladies and gentlemen, please, no live streaming throughout the event tonight.
Oh, man, that was impressive. The patience there not to dive on the guillotine and then go for the regular, hit the double leg, and win the round. Gary Thompson is on top, imposing his will with the ground and pound here, trying to establish over top of Diagwon.
Diagwon's grabbing an underhook here, but he's not elevating himself and getting up on his hip. He needs to start building here rather than just he has an underhook, but he's not using it.
Right. So from a coach's perspective, what are you telling Diagwon here? What are you telling him in his corner? You know?
He just needs to stay on his hip, he needs to use that underhook to build up. How he has his legs locked, he's actually holding himself down. He has to let his legs go and plant a foot to be able to stand here.
Okay, yeah. See that. He seems to be staying calm though. Weather in the storm.
Definitely not taking too much punishment, but losing the fight. Here we are with 10 seconds left in the round. Gary Thompson going to end this round on top, and I think he steals this round.
Definitely take this round for sure. What's impressive, though, is the poise that these two guys have. For amateur fighters, they both seem to be.
While we're in between rounds, ladies and gentlemen, let me exacerbate a little bit on the last statement. We worked really hard here at Bishop Promotions to sign a contract with Flow Combat to stream this event and give a platform for these fighters to showcase their skills all across the world. One caveat to that contract, we cannot allow the live streaming. So we appreciate you folks. No live streaming throughout the event tonight. Thank you all so much. We're trying to get these fighters out there. We want the whole world to see what they got. We're giving them a big platform. Help us out. No live streaming throughout the event tonight.
Yeah, I think Gary Thompson stole that round, into the round on top, was more effective. Though Diagwon looked quite comfortable on his feet and had sharp moments, I still think Gary Thompson was able to steal that one.
For sure. Gary was more effective when he tried to impose his will. I felt like on that. Diagwon was trying to push the pace at the beginning, but he was being stalled out everywhere he went.
Second round starting now.
Let's do this. I'm interested to see how Diagwon tries to change the tempo here, because definitely ended for Gary that one.
High-paced first round, and neither guy looks worse for the wear. Both guys in phenomenal shape. Nice straight right hand.
Ooh. Are we going to see Gary open up on the hands now that he feels confident on the ground? What do you think? Is that what you feel like? As his corner, what would you be telling him?
Yeah, he looks like he's continuing to impose his will here. They're both comfortable on the feet. Ooh,
that was a good
nice
little
lead knee, skips off his head. Ooh, overhand right. honestly, I'd prefer them to keep striking. It's quite entertaining, but Gary scores the takedown, ends up on top.
That was smart.
Passes straight to Mount. He's in a good spot here.
Holding on to that quarter guard. In the state of Louisiana, amateurs cannot throw elbows, so keep that in mind here, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of times in the pros, man, I know you're sitting there thinking, same with me, elbow.
Well, there's always that guy in the crowd that says, elbow. It's like, bro, you can't even throw him.
These amateurs, give them a break. Holding on to that quarter guard.
Gary Thompson in a nice position here. I got to say, these Selang guys, they've been around for a long time, been competing in this area since I was competing as an amateur, and they always come and they're always game.
Definitely.
So I appreciate these guys coming through and competing.
Man, they are. And like I said, you saw him open up on the feet. He did the smart thing, I think, by taking him to the ground. That seems to be where he has the advantage. Effective
ground and pound here from Gary Thompson, and I got to think if this continues to go unanswered that he's gonna come away with the TKO. I'm not seeing much from Diagwon Weatherspoon working to get up here. It doesn't look like he's well versed in the grappling department. He seems to be biding his time, and for somebody who's behind in this fight, it seems to be like he needs to have a little more persistence in what he's doing. I can tell that he's green because he's flat on his back. Guys that grapple, they're never flat on their back. I'm thinking this fight needs to end here relatively soon.
He's rolling over. He keeps defending. The thing is, though, he doesn't have the full mount, so he's still holding on to the quarter guard.
I think if Gary Thompson would slow it down and line up an actual shot and do something effective, Stain would step in, because though he's scoring a lot of punches, nothing is particularly effective. He needs to get his balance and get his hips underneath him and drop some shots.
Is he going to survive here? Is that the thing? If he survives, did Gary just burn his candle at both ends, so to speak?
I think both these guys are in pretty good shape. He looks like he can push a pace and continue to do this. And it's easy to continue when you're the one in the winning spot, right? It's hard to gas out when you're on top and winning.
Okay, Diagwon on the bottom. Oh, it looks like he's going to make it here. He's only got to survive another 5 seconds. Let's see what we got here. Oh, come on. Is he going to get back? Is he going to come back? We're going to a third round.
It's got to be a 10-8 round. That was a whipping.
I feel like that as well. I agree. I mean, he already won the first, definitely won the second. So, I mean, we're looking at even it could have been a 10-8. Either way, he's going to need the knockout or the submission.
Let's hear for those Frilly Magnolia Boutique ring girls.
Trying to see what our corners are talking about here. Not a lot of chatter. In Diagwon's corner, he seems to be catching his breath. Thompson's corner, they seem to be getting him a little amped up. They seem to be confident in what's been going on. I feel like he's going to come out here and do more of the same. Come at him, impose his will, but at the same time, be wary of the knockout shot of Diagwon. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't take it to the ground here. There we go, hyping up the crowd.
Third round starts on the feet, and I think that's Diagwon's best shot here. He needs to keep it on the feet, keep it at range, and kickbox.
I think as Gary Thompson, I'm looking to get it to the ground as quick as possible.
Not to say Thompson's not holding his own in the striking department. He certainly is.
That's right, but Weatherspoon just doesn't seem to have an answer on the ground every time, you know? Ooh, landing knees, good body knees, hitting that clinch. He's landing them. Oh, all right, Weatherspoon shooting for the takedown. Ooh, I want this one to stand up. I want to stay up. Push out. Oh, slipping to the back. Diagwon committed too much to that single leg.
Right here, Gary Thompson needs to just settle in, score a couple big shots, and this fight's over. He hasn't offered up any type of offense in some time now, and I just don't see him coming back.
I think Weatherspoon is in trouble. I think he's hurt. I think he's a little gassed.
Looks like we're going for a triangle off the back, and this looks like it's tight.
It does it. Ooh. Switch. Is he going to switch to the armbar here? Are we seeing this switch to the armbar? Switches to the armbar.
Gary Thompson needs to elevate his hips. This is armbar 101
squeeze
stuff.
Those thighs together. Get those thighs together. Tight thighs. Push it across the hip. Oh, man. Squeeze the thighs. See the crossing of the feet. It's not my thing. I don't know. I've never been taught that. I've always been, you know, split the feet up on the arm bar. Squeeze the thighs. That's really what you use as your fulcrum point.
I think the big thing he was missing there was elevating his hips. He had a decent fulcrum point, but he just kept his hips flat on the ground. Gary Thompson's shown some decent grappling.
That was a deep arm bar.
May not be an arm bar guy, huh? Not looking like.
Right.
Now he's got his back. He's got him in a bad position, completely flattened out. I think if he just postured up, punched him in the ears a couple of times here, the fight's over.
I like how he saved his position. He didn't feel confident in the arm bar. He stayed on top. You see a lot of guys that go to the jiu-jitsu, they hit the submission. You know, I've always trained position over submission. You don't want to end up missing it and end up in a worse spot. So he kept control. Now he's on the back, and he's just going to do work from here. Body triangle. Matt, you seem like a body triangle type of guy. You like the body triangle?
Indeed.
He does. He does. Oh, he's deep. He's under here. Is he going to tap? He did. Gary Thompson with the third round rear naked choke submission. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice win for Gary Thompson. Way to get a late finish.
That was a good first fight of the night. Lots of action. The stand-up was exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 2 minutes 23 seconds in the third and final round, declaring your winner, Gary Tough Time Thompson.
And there you are, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Thompson with the third round finish, rear naked choke.